Welcome back to The Lady's Choice. Why do you look at me in such a way? I'm merely smiling, that's all. Well, maybe your smile should be turned on the package you received whilst you were on your walk. I got a mysterious package? Oh my. Your walk with Mr. Amesbury? Now it's her turn to smile at me in such a manner. Hey, just because Mr. Amesbury and I are totally falling in love, that doesn't mean you get the right to smirk at me. I brush aside her obvious probing and glance at the long cream box set on the foyer table. I was not expecting a delivery. We moved to the box and I reached to untie the deep red ribbon holding it together. We both gasped at the bright, elegant, and rather large bouquet of flowers inside. What a display! Yes. And look, there is a note. Who would have sent me flowers? It can't be Mr. Amesbury because I was with him all day, right? Oh, well, only part of the day. Whatever! I grasped the small cream envelope, my name swirled delicately across the front. Opening it, I frowned deeply as the words contained on the card. Frowned deeply at the words contained on the card. It was a true delight to spend time with such an intriguing lady. I hope I'll have the pleasure again and maybe receive that conversation. Yours most graciously, the Society Swindler. Oh my! Oh no! Arabella practically faints beside me, her hands grasping the table to keep herself upright. The gall of him! She snatches the note and reads it again. It seems shock quickly gives way to barely concealed delight. Though he does write with such elegant script. Oh, seriously? This is not the time to have a crush on a criminal. Seriously, no. I like Mr. Amesbury, not this swindler. How will be the center of talk when this is known? Not that I should want such a thing. Catherine, are you all right? The card falls back onto the flowers as she turns to me with true worry. It's all such a surprise, I barely know how to react. Oh no, how dare he taunt me like this? And after accosting us so rudely. I do not believe his intention was to taunt if the bold, complimentary wording of his sentiment is anything to go by. Really? Just because he says nice things while taunting us, it doesn't mean it's not a taunt. I let out my annoyance in a drawn breath, unsure her words are true as she'd like to believe. Don't let your anger deter you from enjoying this splendor, at least. She reaches forward to gently pull the large bunch of flowers from the box, a waft of sweet fragrance sweeping over us as she does. Johnson? The butler shuffles in, his brow arching at the flowers bundled in her arms. Do we have a spare vase? Just one or two, Lady Ashbourne. With a cheerful smile, Arabella sweeps away with the flowers, trailing the beautiful scent of them behind her. Johnson moves forward to collect the box, a frown settling heavy on his wrinkled brow. Is something the matter? No, Miss Bennet, is just... He hesitates, his fingers on the cream box. Yes? The mark on the box, I recognize its origins. I peer inside, brushing a few stray yellow petals aside to look at the emblem he's gesturing at. Lady Ashbourne was correct. These flowers came from one of the most prestigious florists in town. It was a favorite of your father's when he courted your mother. I know for a fact they do not collect orders without gathering information from their customers. You believe they may have a record of who sent these to me? It is possible, Miss Bennet. Oh my! Who do you think sent them? Thank you, Johnson. He gives a bow of his head before collecting up the box and shuffling away. Then I shall go tomorrow and see if I can't get to the bottom of this whole affair. With my mind decided, I moved back to the drawing room to wait for Arabella. The next day, I start out towards town, having left Arabella with the promise I will not forget to meet her and the Colonel as soon as possible. I'm sure she enjoys being alone with the Colonel anyway. The florist is one I have passed many times without thought, and the woman inside is friendly and polite. She informs me the customer did provide details, which they later discovered were quite false. Oh no! We could have caught the Society Swindler, but the Swindler fooled us with a fake name. But before leaving, she's reminded that the man had paid for an extra favor. If the recipient of the flowers should come asking, then they were to give them another package. Another package? He totally expected me to come looking for him. Oh my gosh. Doing my best not to appear too curious, I take the box and leave the shop. Oh, this is amazing. Is this a scavenger hunt to find the swindler? Oh, yeah. Standing out of the way of people passing by, I open the lid of a small box, expecting maybe a posy. I am instead shocked to find my gloves, along with another note. Curious mind should always be rewarded. Yours eagerly, the society swindler. I grasp the card in one hand, and the box in the other, unsure what to make of any of this. I have not heard of him treating the others he's encountered in this fashion. Does he do this to everyone? No! What's so special about me? And is he not supposed to send on what he stole to someone else? With a sigh, I take my gloves and pull them on, placing the note back inside the box before tucking it under my arm. Well, apparently the swindler likes me. That's what I'm taking from this situation, and it was so romantic when he took off my gloves, but no, I love Mr. Amesbury, not the swindler. Oh, my heart is torn in two. Oh, it's a love triangle. Should I date the nice man, or should I date the criminal? I step back to the busy street, glancing down the road, which will lead me to the assembly rooms. Miss Bennet? I spin on my heel at the sound of my name. A smile quickly spreads across my face at the man who hurries forward to meet me. What a wonderful surprise to stumble upon you here, Miss Bennet. Indeed it is, Mr. Amesbury. And where are you headed to, if I may be so bold as to inquire? I'm meeting Arabella and the Colonel at the assembly rooms. What luck, for that's exactly where I'm heading myself. Shall we walk together? I give an eager nod and take his arm, the two of us setting off down the street. We're gonna hold hands again, right? It's gonna be so wonderful. We pass through the park as we walk, enjoying the bright sun and the gentle bird chorus. I breathe deeply at the fresh air, feeling there is nowhere else in the world I would rather be in that moment. For such a short acquaintance, I feel more comfortable with Mr. Amesbury than some people I've known for years. I glance sideways to him at the thought, only to find his gaze already upon me. His smile widens as our eyes catch, and then he turns to look towards the path. Oh, he caught me looking at him. They looked at each other. It's so cute. I do miss the parks when in the country. I do miss the parks when in the country. Your estate does not have gardens. Oh yes, in woodland, but it's not the same as a park. A park is a wonderful place for meeting people in a subdued setting. You do not like the society of town, and yet you miss it when you're in the country. You're a most confounding man to figure out. Really? Well, I humbly apologize. It's not my intent to bamboozle. Especially not you, Miss Bennet. Oh. Well, it may not be your intent, but I think you enjoy it. I'm gonna say you're teasing, but I was being genuine. You tease me. My lady, I was being genuine as well. I cannot help but laugh as he does, the joyful, honest sound of it infectious. But truly, I do not mean to confuse you as to who I am. He removes his hat before pulling me closer to him. I almost press against him as he looks at me, and I can do little more than gaze back. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh no! Oh dear! I had not expected this! Oh no! Okay. Whew, I'm not sure I can handle this. Oh, this is all far too much for me to oh my! I'm sorry. I've got to go. I can't handle this. Oh my goodness! My goodness!